Dubai, how are you doing? Happy Monday. Welcome back to the Lovin Daily, where we talk about the trending stories that have kind of taken our attention over the last day. I'm going to jump right into our first one because it's a video we just shared on our Instagram account. It's going to come right up here beside me, and it's a video taken last night in Al Ras and Naif on the streets of Dubai after zero COVID-19 cases were recorded in the last 2 days. Therefore, what's happened is authorities have eased restrictions in the areas, and this meant that police paraded on the streets of Naif and Al Ras, basically, and there was celebrations. We actually have more videos which we'll share later in the day, but I think that just with this one here, you can get kind of an impression of the kind of celebrations, the noise, the sound, the levels that people were super excited in the streets. In the videos that were widely shared last night, you can see kind of a horse parade. It's more, I should kind of point out that it does look like it's more authorities in the streets and not public, which I think could concern people about the respread. But basically the decision was taken to ease the 24-hour lockdown restrictions back to 10 p.m. until 6 a.m., which is now in line with the rest of Dubai. And this was after 6,000 tests have been conducted in those areas alone in the last month. And I think authorities also thanked the residents of that area because their kind of help and understanding really contributed to the fact that there have been no cases recorded in the last 2 days. So I can imagine residents there are thankful that the restriction has kind of led them to a gradual resuming of normal life. The decision for that follows kind of Thursday's guidelines. So we all kind of course, remember the announcement on Thursday on the ease of the kind of strict movement restrictions in Dubai. It's the first phase of easing restrictions, and the strict limited movement of Dubai residents now applies to 10 p.m. until 6 a.m, during which the public are only allowed to leave their homes for medical emergencies. So we kind of know that's the case. I don't know about you guys, but I think it's kind of great to hear the fact that kind of light at the end of the tunnel. There was, I think it's worth remembering, there was 536 cases recorded across the UAE. Yesterday, UAE numbers have jumped up to over 10,000. I think we're on 10,339 now. But for residents of those areas who have been on lockdown for that little bit longer than the rest of Dubai, it's of course a densely populated area. A lot of their food has been coming through humanitarian efforts. That must be kind of a great relief for them to have a small ease of restriction. And you can see kind of the celebrations by authorities, because I'm sure that obviously they have been working tirelessly to get those tests through, making, like I said, 6,000 tests over the last month. It's pretty incredible, so it's really great to see. And like I said, I know there's obviously cases still rising, but when we can see stories like that, it makes us believe that we'll see hopefully a flattening of the curve soon, as long as we're all abiding by the social guidelines, staying home unless totally necessary. But we'll move on to our next story. This is super cute. So Dubai parents created a surprise fine dining lockdown restaurant for their daughter. So I think it kind of goes without saying that lockdown hasn't been easy, and I think the difficult times are probably maybe less publicised by more than the challenging ones. But we have seen some beautiful moments, and this is one of them. So this is Maisha's 12th birthday, and what her parents did was they set up this kind of amazing fine dining setup, complete with a host, which was her mum, and a private butler service, which was her dad. The menu was specially printed, and the apple juice was exquisitely poured. Can we take we'll try and take a look at it. Can we get the sound up on it, Chai?
Yeah.
Kind of cute.
Very happy birthday once again. May God bless you with a healthy and a happy life always. And we really, really love you a lot.
Thanks, Mom and Dad. I love you.
You're welcome.
I love you, Maish. Happy birthday.
That was Maisha's 12th birthday. I think that's so adorable. I've definitely seen videos like this going viral in the UK and the States. But just in terms of like, this is her 12th birthday. She could have gone to, I don't know, Chai, where do 12-year-olds go for their birthdays? Chuck E. Cheese?
Bowling alley?
Bowling alley. But I think this one will be more memorable than any other birthday she's had. And I thank her mom, Saba, for sharing that with us. Chai, do you remember any birthdays when you were that age?
I had most of my birthdays right here in this country.
And what did you do for them?
When I was really young, we went to McDonald's. Like, you had the party rooms.
Oh,
and
wow.
And you invited friends and you played.
I'd ever a party room in McDonald's. That sounds unreal.
That's super common in this.
Yeah.
part of
I didn't grow up here. I grew up in Ireland. We did
Yeah.
not have party rooms. We have McDonald's, obviously. But I think like of all those, well, you obviously remember yours, but I just think this was really special. And it's amazing, like we've seen people celebrating their anniversaries at home and people just kind of going that little bit extra, going the extra mile to make that special effort. And I think that's what Maisha's parents did for her 12th birthday. And at the end, they kind of all hugged it out. It's really cute. You can get the whole thing on Love in Dubai on our Instagram and Facebook if you want to check it out. But we'll move on to our final story. Emirates is honouring COVID-19 refunds for all affected travellers. So basically, Emirates, what they're doing is they're ramping up the refund process for anyone affected by travel during this time. So I think anyone waiting on a refund will be glad to hear that the airline is basically working tirelessly on its structure to accelerate the refund process. So before COVID, they were doing 35,000 refund requests a month. They've actually put that up to 150,000 refund requests a month. So the airline added that its aim is to clear the current backlog by August. So it will take time, but they hope to clear it by August. And Emirates is proactively reaching out to customers who had previously requested refunds to let them know their options. Emirates has nearly 500,000 refund requests to manage at the moment, and they're basically highlighting the commitment to help travellers affected by the pandemic. I think that's kind of great to hear if you did kind of maybe lose your flight or you were worried that you wouldn't get the money back on it. I think there are options to change your flights, by the way. You can choose to change it to a later date, but it's great to know that Emirates are working on it. I think those numbers are shocking that they used to do 35,000. I guess I shouldn't be shocked by it. They used to do...
It's Emirates.
Yeah, but as in they used to do 35,000 refunds a month and now it's just been ramped up. It sounds like a lot, and the fact that it will take them, even though they have a whole team structured behind it, it's still going to take them until August to do it.
I should ask my brother to get in the list because he's flying Emirates and his flight went.
When was he flying and where was he flying?
He was supposed to fly back April 12th.
April 12th.
Yeah.
I was the same. I had a flight with Cathay Pacific and I was meant to go to Tokyo in the middle of March, but as soon as I rang them, I think because that they had changed my flights, I was eligible for a refund. I don't think I've gotten the refund yet, but they said that it would take a couple of weeks because there's a backlog, but they were so supportive and so helpful.
Yeah.
So it sounds like a lot of the airlines are kind of doing the most to make sure that travellers will return to travelling as quickly as possible. I think that that's what's important. But we'll move on to our final, guys. Every morning we do something called the Isolation Diaries. If you're new to joining us, this is when we show you a little bit of what life is like for Dubai residents at home at the moment. We've seen funny videos, we've seen touching videos, and this is a video shared by Patrina Barber. We'll just play it for a sec so you can see it. So this is a family, basically, they're clearly missing holidays too much. I've seen videos like this as well, but I think this one for me is really just like the monotony of travel. First comes the dog, then the suitcase, and then the teddy bear, and the family even they've obviously fully dressed up as though they were that's like travel dress up, right? Shared to us, like I said, by Patrina Barber. Any of the videos, I think they're so great, guys. Keep sending them to us. And everyone that's tuned in this morning, good morning to you. Good morning, Coco. Good morning, Jasmine. Hope you're all well. We're back with you tomorrow morning, same time, same place, bringing you the top stories of Dubai. Have a great one and wash your hands. Bye.